Well, it was very interesting. We were delighted we came. I came with my colleague Flavia Kraus, who works with me on the development of the Global Partner Network, which we run. We have about 100 partners, and we're looking at how we can work intelligently with CSR International so that the good skills and the research and the knowledge that they're developing can complement what we're doing with our network of a practical network of partners. So I thought it was a great evening. We're delighted to be here. He did a great job, and I have to say the wine wasn't bad either, nor was the food. So delighted we were here. Business in the community looks forward to working with CSR International in the future. It's been a long time coming. And it was really good that Wayne actually did kind of put a chop on the old CSR, because for too long we run into the complaint, yes, well, we're doing this already. Any country you go to, we're doing this already. You say, well, what are you doing? Well, we're giving money to the poor, or we're writing a check for the dog home or something. So it's philanthropy. This is actually saying it's not about that. It's how you run your business, a sustainable business and so on. Yeah, so timing was great. Yeah.
What do you think of this concept of the old CSR dying away in the new CSR?
Oh, I think it's a brilliant concept. Really timely to really kill off the old CSR. CSR as a 1.0 concept was very needed, because it basically, to me, it brought the message to people that sustainability or the issues were just not about environmental responsibility, but also about social, about people, and that happens to be my background. So that to me was a kind of bread and butter concept 15 years ago, when it was first when people started to talk about it and have a debate about it. So it was a timely concept, but at the same time it was a concept that ended up being in a silo until the concept of sustainability came along, and people started to see issues in a more holistic manner. Their environmental issues, their social issues, people issues, and we need to think about the whole. But now we need to move on. We need to move on from the environment, social, thinking about them in silos, and think about this as a very strategic, system-level concept. So very timely to kill off CSR 1.0, move on, talk about something else. I followed Wayne's work for a number of years. I've been, lucky to be his colleague. We've collaborated on various pieces, and I always look forward to seeing what Wayne does next, because you never quite know where he comes from, and he always manages to kind of stir up some sort of ripple in there. And I really think that his enthusiasm and his commitment to this will make this new CSR 2.0 stick. And people will start thinking about it in a different way, and I think, well, Wayne will have a huge contribution to that. So all the luck and strength to his elbow.
I think it's interesting, this new initiative, because I think we covered a lot of ground with CSR in the last 10, 15, 20 years, but not enough. We're still seen as a silo in a company, and where does that? I worked in multilateral financing, but I've been mostly in the private sector, and we've done a lot of good stuff. We achieved a lot of good things, but we're not mainstream, and I think we should have achieved mainstream by now. So maybe it's time to put this baby to bed and come up with this new one. So I'm quite excited. Let's see what's going to happen. And I think what's really exciting about this new initiative is bringing everybody together online. Most people are online, be it on the mobile or internet. And CSR is not a European thing or a North American thing. It's a global thing. And people are so passionate about this, especially in Brazil and in the Southern Hemisphere, where it's going to show so much more results. So great initiative, and we can learn from those who've been at it for a while, and I'm really excited, so thanks very much.
Well, I'm looking at the financial crisis. I really think that it's time for CSR 1.0 to die, because it's always been perceived as either a strategy for more profitability without really looking at the environmental and sustainability impacts as a value in themselves. And a lot of corporations and organizations approach the topic from a philanthropy and add-on perspective. And I really have hope that that crisis helps organizations and their managers to realize that CSR 2.0 has to be of a different nature, that it has to be integrated into the business models, that it has to be running through the strategy from the very beginning of what the corporate purpose stands for, and to the operations and the behavior of staff towards the clients and towards other stakeholders. So I really hope that that kind of alarm bell rang during the financial crisis, and that CSR 2.0 faces a different destiny. Let's say like predecessor CSR 1.0, which lived in the philanthropy department and was a little bit marginalized from core business, isolated. And I see a lot of corporations we are working for at Cranfield realizing that the departments in corporate responsibility or sustainability didn't really have that impact, and that they're now looking forward to new ways of approaching business and really integrating it into the core business. Well, I congratulate Wayne and the whole team for setting up CSR International. I think it's a very valuable step to pull together the different experts, the expertise of the academics as well as practitioners who are interested in the field and who have seen that CSR 1.0 didn't work as well as it should have in the past. And I think like the organization as a whole has some potential to help organizations and consult organizations which are really buying into that integrative model and seeing CSR as something built into business purpose instead of bolt-on as a philanthropy department.